Hey guys, what's going on? It's Avatar here, and welcome to a brand new ramble video. For this video, I have absolutely no focus in mind, so I'm just gonna fucking chat with you guys, and we're gonna see where it goes. So, I'm still RCing. My last video was me getting banned. The one before that was me talking about how I want to RC for as long as I can, make myself RC for, pretty much. And that's been going pretty well so far. I do occasionally have these, I guess urges of just me wanting to stop RCing because I'm burnt or whatever, but I mean, I just stick with the skill. And that's the kind of playstyle I'm trying to adapt to, I guess, where it's like when I log on, this is what I'm doing. This is this thing I'm doing in game, so this is what I'm doing, and I just kind of stick with that for a while. That's the mindset I try to get myself into here. But yeah, a couple updates. First off, one thing I want to mention is I am using mouse keys, because they're not botting. If you're using mouse keys, you're not a botter, but if you use AHK, that's a whole new fucking thing. You'll get banned. So I am using mouse keys here. There's absolutely no difference whatsoever as to my AHK script that I was using. The only difference would be that I now have to press 2 keys instead of 1 to do this little crafting cape telly here. But that is it. Oh wait, also forgot to mention that it does fuck with your computer. That is obviously a difference. So from here on out, my I guess whenever I do anything else on my computer besides RS, it's going to be slightly more annoying, which is great, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I'm dealing with it. It's not the end of the world. But I am using an AHK script to allow me to type and stuff. Like, as you can see here, I can, and I just fucked up the script. 1 second. There we go. Now I can type. It works. So if you guys want that script, I'm going to put it in the description below. It's just a paste bin. You just make it an AHK script, and if you do decide to use mouse keys, then this will help make them a lot better. Which, by the way, I've had some people, come to me kind of worried about, oh my god, I'm gonna get banned for AHK and stuff, and I really wouldn't worry about it. Obviously, majority of the community uses AHK still. I wouldn't worry about it. Just keep your mouth shut, do your own thing, don't tweet about it, and just, continue doing what you're doing. As long as you're using one-to-one, you'll probably be fine. I don't want everybody to be worried about getting banned and stuff because it's not a common thing, and the reality is the only reason it happened to me was because I tweeted it. That's pretty much the only reason. So that's that. But anyway, so I started up school recently, and I started school, I think it was last week, and classes seem pretty chill. I mean, it's kind of hard to get a feel after the first day, because I've only had each of my classes. Well, actually, I'm taking 4 classes this semester, one of which is online, and I've only taken 2 out of 3 of my in-class classes so far because it's a Monday class, and school didn't open until last Tuesday, so we didn't have class on Monday, and then this Monday was Labor Day, so I didn't have it this week either. So I'm still yet to have that class, actually. But the class list this semester is looking pretty good. I'm an accounting major, for those who do not know, and I'm actually the past 2 semesters I've taken 1 accounting class per semester, and this semester I'll be taking 2, which is kind of exciting. And then I'm also taking a business law class and a spreadsheet application class, and that's the one I'm taking online. It's all looking pretty good, and this will be the first semester actually so far that I'll be taking all classes that I actually care about. In the past, I have taken stuff like English, and I guess in high school I took a whole bunch of crap, you know, like science and Spanish and all this other stuff I didn't care about. And this will be the first semester for pretty much my whole life, to be honest with you, like, that I'm actually taking just classes I care about, pretty much. Which is really refreshing, because that's one thing I really have always hated about school, is that you're forced to take these classes just because they want you to get some kind of broad understanding of, you know, every aspect of life. You know, you gotta learn your English, you gotta read books and talk about those books, because, you know, that's supposed to teach you stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't care about that. And I'm the type of person where it's like, if I don't care about something, I'm not gonna try, and I'm not gonna learn. You know, in high school, I was, you know, I guess, I don't want to say I was a below average student, but I was just pretty average student. You know, I put in as little effort as humanly possible into school back in high school, and I did better than anybody else would that would put the same amount of effort in that I did, you know. My method was pretty much utilize all my free time at school, so I pretty much never did homework for 4 years, right? So I really never did homework for 4 years in high school. I just did all my homework in school and stuff, and, you know, I only studied, you know, like, I would study for, like, if I had a test in period 4 or whatever, I would study for that test period 3 in class. You know, that I just kind of did. That was my approach in high school. And the whole reasoning I did that was because I'm taking all these classes I don't care about. So now that I'm actually taking stuff I care about, it's really, really nice. And, you know, school, it's going to be, I think, a challenging semester. I'm taking less classes than I have been the past semesters. The last 2 I've taken 5 classes so far, each time, and this time I will be taking only 4, and then next semester I'll be actually taking only 3. So I'll be taking less classes, because I just don't need as many as I thought to graduate from community college, and then from there I'll be going to a 4-year school. So that's that. Pretty happy about that. But even though I'm taking less classes, I think these will be more challenging. And that's because in the past, my accounting classes have been, just most of my classes in general, including accounting, have been like open note or take home tests and stuff like, or exams rather, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know, it really didn't feel like it was like a real class. It was like, what? I get to just take this exam home and just take my time with it? Okay. And, you know, as a result, I would get, you know, I got multiple hundreds, you know, on my exams, because, you know, it's just like, you have the book in front of you, you triple check your work, and then guess what? You have an A+ every single time. So, and this semester I'll be actually having real accounting exams in class, so I'll actually have to study, and I'm actually looking forward to that, because like I said earlier, I really never studied for shit before, you know, like in high school I really never cared enough to study, and then so far in college I haven't really had to study too much. You know, like I guess I did study a bit, like, not to the extent I'm going to be, you know. I would study like the night before a test. I would study for like an hour. That was my studying. But now I'm gonna be kind of, you know, I'm taking school seriously now. Ever since I started college, I've started taking school actually seriously, which is really nice. It's a really good feeling to, you know, put all this effort into school and to come home with some good results. It's something that's really satisfying. Kind of, you know, similar to NRS, where you set a goal and you achieve that goal and you work towards that goal every day. It's a really nice, satisfying feeling to it. So I'm looking forward to that. I've already started, like, since day 1. I've been trying to get ahead of my homework as much as possible, and I'm starting to implement some kind of study schedule, which I'm doing every night. Basically 20 minutes before I go to sleep, I lay in bed and I study. I study my notes that I took that week, and so far I've just been studying cost accounting, which is one of my classes. I've just been studying that, and I'm gonna have to study my business law notes and stuff. But I'm gonna try to be doing that, and it's gonna be interesting, getting a nice routine going for that. And I'm really glad to be back in school. School is something I actually really like. In high school, I don't like classes that I don't want to take, but if I actually want to take a class, I really do enjoy school, which is something, I don't know, school's always been something that I know I'm going to miss when I'm finished with it. Like, throughout high school, well, I wouldn't say throughout it, but near the end of high school, I knew that I was going to miss it when I left, and I do, I'm in college now, and I do miss high school. High school was awesome. Just being able to see your same group of friends every day, and I pretty much knew everybody in the grade, pretty much everybody in your grade, you might not be friends with them, but you know their name, and you recognize them, So it was really nice to have that, like, community of, people in your grade, and you have all your group of friends, and in every one of my classes I would have at least, 1 or 2 people that I would be friendly with. So it was never really, lonely in any of my classes. It was really awesome. And in college now, it's like, you really don't. So far in college, actually, I've had a bunch of people from my high school that are going to my school, and I've actually had them in most of my classes so far, actually. I've only had, I think, like 1 class thus far where I have not had a friend from high school in my class with me, which is a good thing. But this semester, I actually sadly have none of my friends from high school in any of my classes, so, oh well. More time to learn, I guess. Or more time to focus on learning. But yes, so that's what's up with me IRL. Just really, focused on school, and stuff like that. And for RS, not a whole lot has changed here, guys. It's just, I'm 30, almost 36 mil RC. And, I'm just treating the skills like this is the game I'm playing, this is RuneScape, Lavas, until I get 200 mil, pretty much. Not that I'm going for 200 mil. I'm not. I'm trying to push myself as long as I can, and we'll see where that takes me. And I'm just pretty much taking it day by day. I don't ever stress over XP rates or anything like that. Like I take the most relaxed approach to this game as possible. And also a couple other things I wanted to talk about that I've been doing to help myself stick to a skill has been incorporating a ton of variety in my playtime when it comes to, other stuff. So since I'm only doing lavas on, this account, what I've been doing is I've started playing other games, and I'm actually playing an RS3 Iron Man as we speak. RS3 Iron Man is something I played briefly for a while back, and I eventually quit because my old computer always just crashed with RS3 for some reason. So it actually made the game unplayable for me. So I just stopped. And I have a new PC now, and RS3 works perfectly fine. So yeah, I've been playing that recently. Pretty much all I've been doing on RS3 is, I don't really know what to do. I really am pretty clueless with this game. I just kind of, I don't know. Like, all I've been doing is I do my dailies, and then I do RuneSpan, and I'm level 93 RC so far. The only other stats that are anywhere near, like, that aren't just really low levels are all my skills I train throughout my dailies. But yeah, so I've been playing RS3 Iron Man. Another thing I picked up, well, I didn't pick it up, but I picked it back up rather, is Hearthstone. Hearthstone's something I've played a lot in the past, and I quit for a while. I just kind of got sick of it, I guess. But I'm back in action with Hearthstone, and I'm loving it. I think it's really important to be having a lot of fun when you're online. and that's what I try to do. You know, be playing all, like, I don't know. I love doing a whole bunch of stuff at once on my computer. Like, I'm kind of similar to Alkin in terms of like playing all these different accounts and shit like that. I do a lot of, you know, stuff very similar to him. For example, right now, as I'm recording this video, I'm on a Gargoyle. I'm playing RS Iron Man, and you know, a lot of times will be playing Hearthstone while doing all that stuff, and I don't know, I'm just very used to it. You know, I'm used to playing a whole bunch of accounts at once and all this stuff. I'm used to, you know, all this, so it's not really stressful at all for me. But for somebody, if you're new to getting into alts and playing new accounts and stuff, I would take it one step at a time, you know. Just start off AFKing another account and then slowly transition to doing more click intensive stuff possibly, or playing more accounts at once, whatever you want to do. But for me, I've always pretty much been like this. So that's that. But yeah, for Altscape, like I just said, I am doing a Gargoyle. That is something I've been doing pretty much, I wouldn't say ever since shop has been removed. I've done a variety of things, but the bulk of my time since the shop has been removed has been at Gargs. Started off originally planning on doing Wyverns. So first thing I did was max my melees, and then I did Wyverns for a bit. Was testing out Wyverns. Wyverns were fun, but I eventually moved over to Brutal Black Dragons, which were really fun. I loved Brutal Black Dragons. The only issue is they kind of got annoying because every single kill you have to pick up, I would say on average, you have to pick up like 4 things of loot on the ground, and you have to pay attention to your ult because you're not supposed to take any damage, but if you're in melee range, you will take damage from the dragons. And if you don't notice that you're in melee range, you're gonna die. And it doesn't take long to get back. You just pretty much teleport and you're back there, but it's just so annoying, especially while doing lavas. I noticed when I started lavas, I was doing a Brutal Black Dragon ult while doing this. It is possible to do. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not possible to do Brutal Black Dragons while doing lavas, because it definitely is. But I don't know, for me it was just, I didn't want to focus on my ult that much. I made a lot of money from shop, and I kind of feel like I've earned the right to chill back on the ult a bit, because I've been really focused on Altscape for so long. If I was in a different situation where I had no buyables done and no money, I would not be sitting here at Gargs AFK. I would probably be, you know, stressing over money, and, well, I wouldn't say stressing, but, you know, kind of be more motivated towards the money side of the game. But yeah, I was originally doing full Guthans, just AFKing as much as I possibly could want. And I actually, as of yesterday, I started up doing just Bandos with a bludgeon, and I'm actually using an HP cape and a regen bracelet and an SGS. And if you have a setup like that, you actually do not need to bring a Guthans stat at all. You can just heal off of your HP cape and your regen bracelet and your Ceradamon God Sword. But if you do plan on trying this out, I don't know if it works if you don't have max melee. I have max melee in my ult, and you know, that's how I survive pretty much. I have, you know, max melee gear, just as I described, you know, Primordials, Amulet of Torture. I have super combat potions, and yep. So yeah, that's the gear I use and setup I use pretty much. And I don't really know the exact XP an hour. I've never really tracked it, but it should be around the 500k range. You know, somewhere around there, possibly more. Since I'm in Bandos now instead of Guthans, it might be. If I had to guess, like, depending on your, you know, your focus on the account, anywhere from 400 to like maybe 700k. I don't know, to be honest. If you really want to find out, I would suggest just testing it out yourself. So yep, But yeah, I'm making a bunch of passive, well, I wouldn't say a bunch, but I'm making a good amount of passive money over time, which is pretty much all I'm looking for in an alt nowadays. If you take a Gargoyle and you compare it to lavas, it's like it's covering your costs. It's like I'm spending such little money per hour at lavas, it's actually kind of laughable. I think lavas is like 2 to 3 GP XP or something, and I get like 60k an hour. Or I'll probably more like 70k, but whatever. So if I get like 70k an hour, spending 2 to 3 GP XP, I'm spending 140 to, right? Yeah, 140 to, like 210k an hour. So that's very, very little. So I'm making pretty much at least like double to triple that on my Gargoyle. So, that's pretty much why I'm playing it. And I'll make a lot over time just by heavily AFKing on it. And then, my RS Ironman obviously is for fun. And that's that. But yeah, I would really suggest, like if you're feeling burnt and stuff in this game, like, or you don't even have to be burnt, just in general, like if you're just looking for something new to do, I would recommend, trying Hearthstone or trying to play another type of account like an Ironman or just something on the side. You don't have to stick to it. You can burn out. Like the whole Ironman series I had going on my account, or on my YouTube rather, I burnt out of that. Like, it doesn't matter. You can burn out. It just takes up more time. It helps you stick to the game. It works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. I don't know. But anyways, it's kind of tough, making a kind of a progress video. Obviously, this is more on the ramble side, but I can't really talk a whole lot about progress when, there's really no plans of any kind of change in what I've been doing and what I will be doing. And especially I won't be swapping skills at all. It'll be kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I will be falling off top page soon, by the way. I'm ranked 24 right now. I really don't know how long I have left, but I'll be falling off top page soon, which not really worried about at all. When top page, like when I first got it, I didn't feel different at all, and I've never noticed a difference. Like a lot of people did say that they, once they got top page, they started checking their ranks a lot more and stuff, and I did do that a bit at first, but I think ever since I stopped training fast skills and I focused on just not slow skills, but just one slow skill, being runecrafting, I never checked the high scores because guess what? I'm going to just be going down ranks anyway. I definitely would say I check the EHP high scores more than the overall nowadays, when in the past it's probably been vice versa. But yeah, just not really too focused on playing as much as I can. I was definitely a bit burnt from RS in general near the end of summer, which pretty much always happens to me, just because I get sick of all the free time I have and I just want to get back to school. That's always, my mentality is like over the summer I was working 25 hours a week and that was it. It was pretty fucking boring. A lot of time to play RS, and if you ask me, it was too much time, which is why next summer I'm hoping to be able to pick up more hours over the summer. This summer I just didn't bother even trying, just because I at the beginning of summer I was really motivated and I was like, oh, I'm going to be playing 90 to 100 hours a week. It's going to be awesome, and I didn't do that at all. But, I kept my consistent schedule, or not really schedule, but my consistent amount of hours I play a week. And I was happy with it, I played on average probably 70 to 80 EHP a week, which is fine by me, regardless of how much Nightmare Zone that is in there, it's fine with me. And during the school year, I typically am able to get anywhere from 60 to 70 a week, usually in EHP, which, like I said, I'm not stressing over EHP right now. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get, like, I've noticed it's kind of hard to get really motivated towards RuneScape when it's like I'm rune crafting. I don't know. I don't dislike rune crafting. I really do love rune crafting, but it's hard to like get into that mentality I used to be in like last semester, where I was like, there was a period I was pulling 90-hour weeks with, you know, working part-time and going to school full-time. I was pulling some 90-hour weeks for like a week or two. And I remember like that was so much freaking fun. And I was at the top of my game. I was sleeping very little. I was still energized. I was, you know, enjoying the game. I was enjoying life. I was enjoying work. Enjoying my classes, and I was kicking ass in classes, kicking ass at work, kicking ass at the game. You know, it was pretty awesome. And I don't know, with rune crafting, I just don't, I guess, find that as, you know, that much motivation to really know life this skill. But I think that's something where it kind of comes in phases. It's like, you know, there's times in this game where you're really motivated to play, and there's times where you're just not, and you just kind of cruise through. And I think I'm just, you know, I'm in cruise mode right now. You know, I'm just kind of doing my thing, not really worrying a whole lot about, you know, the amount I play, and just kind of playing, enjoying it. And eventually, hopefully, I'll hit another, you know, I'll bump in the road per se, and we'll bump it up to, you know, playing as much as I can and doing all that stuff. You know, it should be fun. You know, I'm looking forward to the future here on RuneScape and in real life. But yeah, so I'm going to have no idea what to title this video, because I literally just rambled about 50 different things in the matter of almost fucking 30 minutes now. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I end up titling this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the ramble. I mean, nobody ever complains about ramble vids, I noticed. It's like, you know, people that play RS, they want stuff to watch, they want stuff to listen to, and when somebody in the high-level community posts a video, everybody just likes to sit back and watch it, because that's how I feel, you know, whenever I see a new Ray ramble video, or, you know, AJ uploading a ramble video, or even Automology, who else uploads vids? I don't even know, dude, but there's just anybody that uploads, you know, a fucking ramble vid, it's like I'm watching. And, you know, it's a good way to take away 30 minutes out of your day or whatever. Always enjoy watching them, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. But yep, that's it. No, nothing new at all. Yep, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.